Everyone thinks they need six figures to buy a home in Dallas, but what if I told you someone making just $62,000 just closed on a house? Would that blow your mind? Well, the difference between a $60,000 salary and a $150,000 salary isn't what you think it is. And I've pulled actual listings at every income level, and what I discovered will either inspire you or terrify you. And in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly the type of home you can buy here from median salary to multiple six figures. And this isn't just some online mortgage calculator. These are going to be real listings that will change how you think about your buying power. But before we dive into the houses, let's talk about the 33% rule. And I know rules, they're not that much fun, right? But this one, this could save you a lot of money. And here's how it works. Could also save your butt in case of emergency, but here's how it works. The 33% rule says that 33% of your gross monthly income should go to housing. And when I say housing, I'm not talking about really just the mortgage. I'm talking about everything. So you want to think about principal, interest, taxes, insurance, or PITI, the whole thing. All right. So why does this matter? Well, because you've got to live your life and also budget for emergencies, but you need money for groceries, car payments, school stuff, vacations maybe, and all the other things that happen in your life. And this is where it really gets interesting, and this really usually blows people's minds whenever I tell them this. But lenders, if they're not working with ours, they can approve you to up to 45% debt to income ratio. So you could have half of your income going towards your housing, which, again, if you have an emergency or something come up, that doesn't typically leave you a lot of room for budget for those types of things. But let's break down the math real quick. So take your annual salaries, you can divide it by 12 and then multiply by 0.33, and that's your max monthly payment. So if you're making $100,000, that's about $8,300 a month gross, times 0.33 equals about $2,750 for housing. So it's really that simple. But then we got to consider down payment. So a bigger down payment, that could lower your monthly payment. If you put 20% down versus 10% versus 5%, they're all different ball games really. So if it's less than 20%, you're probably looking at PMI or private mortgage insurance. Basically, you're paying the bank's insurance because they're taking a risk on you. And that could add a couple of $100 each month, and that can add up as well. But here's why following the 33% rule is really important. It gives you breathing room, as I mentioned earlier, and when the AC goes out in July, and trust me, it gets hot here in Dallas, and that's going to happen. Actually, I just had AC not go out, but it had a problem on one of my rental properties, and had to take care of it. But you don't want to be scrambling and looking for money or putting it on credit card or going into debt for anything like that. So this should allow you some room. But if we're talking about Dallas specifically, this is where it really gets interesting. Property taxes in Dallas County, about 1.74, could even be up to 2.1%. So that's a lot. And on a $400,000 home, that could be around $8,700 a year. That's $725 every single month just in property taxes. But wait until you see what happens on the property taxes for the $1 million estates. We'll cover that here in just a little bit. But it doesn't stop there. Of course, you've got insurance. Dallas is a little bit higher than the national average. So we're talking about anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a year, depending on the home. And of course, you got to factor in like HOA fees. And some of these neighborhoods could charge $200-$300 a month, sometimes per quarter. And that's just to tell you what color you can paint your fence, right? So when we talk about your total monthly payment, we're looking at PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. And that's what really matters, not just the mortgage number on the online calculators. So now that you understand the 33% rule, I want to show you what this actually means in real life. And here's where it can really get interesting. And we're starting with the Dallas median income. And trust me, what you can get, it might surprise you. So let's look at our first income level, which is going to be the median income in Dallas, $62,000 a year. And I know what you're probably thinking. Can you even buy a house making $62,000 a year? And yeah, absolutely you can. But you need to be really smart about it. So if we factor in the 33% rule, your max monthly payment is about $1,705. And after all of the Dallas property taxes, you got insurance, which can hit a lot harder on lower priced homes or older homes. You're left with about $1,200 for principal and interest. So that puts you in the $200,000 to $250,000 range. So what does this actually look like? I was literally on Redfin this morning and found this 4-bedroom, 2-bath in Pleasant Grove for $225,000, just under 1,600 square feet, and it's been completely updated. Now we're talking about new flooring, fresh cabinet paint, new can lights, fixtures, and and the monthly payment breaks down to about $1,810 in total. And it even comes with a chicken coop, so you can have your own eggs to beat inflation. No HOA either, which is huge. Now, compared to what you'll see at the $500,000 income level, which we'll get to, these homes might seem modest, but they're incredible starter opportunities, especially when they're this move-in ready. So here's another one that caught my eye: 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo in far north Dallas for $225,000. It's a 1,137 square feet, smaller than the house, but here's the thing: the HOA is $387 a month. Now, before you freak out about the HOA fees, listen up. You've got a pool, you got tennis courts, clubhouse, and someone else handles all of the exterior stuff. Plus, it's a corner unit with tons of natural light, laminate flooring throughout, and they just put in new windows and a new roof in 2024. So the total monthly payment is about $21.95. So you're trading space for amenities and location. And by the way, if you're new here, my name is Levi. I've been helping hundreds of families move here to Dallas every single year. We're the #1 relocation team in all of Dallas, just based on these videos alone. So if you find them helpful, please subscribe so that way you can be the first to learn about the current market here in Dallas. Now, getting back to $62,000 income level, you're looking at neighborhoods around Dallas like Pleasant Grove, parts of Oak Cliff, Far East Dallas, maybe Garland, Mesquite. And these are older neighborhoods with potential, and a lot of potential. I mean, I've seen these areas transform over the years. It's pretty amazing what's happening there. And like Mesquite just got a whole new downtown area. And if you talk about lifestyle or commute, I mean, some of those communities, you can be within 20 to 30 minutes to getting to downtown based on traffic, but the homes are typically going to be older. They'll probably need some updates, but you are building equity. And if you update some of these older homes, they're going to be more desirable to sell down the road if you decide to move up in price point, or you get that big raise you've been looking for for the last couple of years. But these are really good starter homes, and again, it's where you can own at pretty much the same price of rent. But of course, with the older homes, typically you find problems, sometimes less though, because they've already gone through their problem stages most of all. But again, you've got ACs and furnaces and hot water heaters and all those types of things that are more towards the end of their life. So that's, again, why you want to stick to that 33% rule, because you don't want to get hit with unexpected expenses, or if you do, which we can't control them, you want to have the money and the breathing room to be able to take care of that. But here's where things get really exciting. Remember that $1,200 you had for principal and interest? Well, when you jump up to 6 figures, that number nearly doubles. And I'll show you what happens when you cross the magical $100,000 threshold. All right, so now you're making $100,000 a year, and all of a sudden the game changes a little bit, right? Your max monthly payment jumps to about $2,750 and after the Dallas taxes and your insurance, you're looking at about $2,000 for principal and interest. So that puts you in the $325,000 to $375,000 range. And what's this going to buy you? Well, let's take a look. Look at this. Found this 3-bedroom, 2-bath in Richardson for about $375,000. It's 1,747 square feet, built in '63. Not brand new, but majorly updated. So monthly payment, it's about $2,885 in total. And so they just spent over $23,000 on plumbing repairs this year. Completely replaced all of the old cast iron pipes. So brand new HVAC from June 2024. And all of the windows have been replaced. Now the kitchen has granite counters with updated backsplash, and here's what really matters: Richardson schools are nearby, and so that affects your resale value whether you have kids or not. And then you have this 2-bedroom, 2-bath townhome in Addison for about $385,000. It's 1,422 square feet. HOA is $300 per month. So if you look at that total, that's around $3,166. So it's less space than the Richardson house, but on the location, I mean, that's pretty good. You got in the heart of Addison, and so you can walk to tons of restaurants and shopping. And in townhome living, well, I mean, you've got low maintenance. HOA covers the exterior and the roof, but for just $10, you can join the Addison Athletic Club with a gym, basketball court, and a lap pool. And if you think this is nice, well, wait until you see what comes standard at the $250,000 income level, which I'll show you here in a bit. Now, it's interesting because at this income, your options open up. I mean, you're looking at better school districts, the ones people move to Dallas for, newer construction homes from 90s to 2000s, typically less foundation issues or none. You don't have ancient plumbing in there. You got shorter commutes, and so, of course, more time with the family, less time in traffic. But if you're looking at Richardson, the edges of Plano, parts of Addison, maybe even Carrollton, And they're not just houses, they're actually communities. I mean, places with pools, people actually use parks where neighbors hang out. You've got Whole Foods or Central Market within 10 minutes. So the lifestyle improvements here are better. I mean, you got 2-car garages. Those are standard, maybe home office or a guest room. AC works and the roof doesn't leak. I mean, you're not spending every weekend at Home Depot trying to fix something, right? But when you make the jump to $250,000, and trust me, there are more people at this level than you might think. I mean, suddenly you're not just buying a house, you're buying into a whole different lifestyle. And by the way, if you don't feel like those areas around Dallas in the $215,000 to $250,000 range, or even the $300,000 to $350,000 range fits your style, there is quite a few new construction communities up north, Aubrey, Princeton, Van Alstyne. Some of these areas, you got to go a little bit further north, but you can get brand new construction, even 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes in those price ranges. But that's why we always encourage you to reach out because we know those hidden spots. So, you go with something older in Dallas, or you could go up a little bit further north and find some new construction. And there are homes in the $250,000 to $350,000 range, brand new construction, never been lived in, got some good incentives. So that's why you should contact us. All right, now we're moving into the serious territory here. We're talking about $250,000 a year. And I know that could sound like a lot, but there's a lot of people moving to Dallas that make this. I mean, you got tech execs, you got business owners, you got dual income professional couples who are crushing it together. It's actually where most of our clients sit in that range. So their max monthly payment is going to be about $6,875. So after taxes and insurance, maybe $5,200 for principal and interest. So we're in the $850,000 to $950,000 range. So let's look at this. Now here I found this 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath in Frisco for $860,000. It's 4,379 square feet, built in 2003. The monthly payment, well, it's about $6,185 in total, and the place has pretty much everything. I mean, media room for watching the Cowboys, every other week when they win, but the game room upstairs that comes with a pool table and a resort-style lagoon pool, but there's even more. So you have custom-built arbor area with outdoor wood-burning fireplace and built-in gas grills with stone counters, and it has the original owner, so it's been taken care of. Plus, all of the schools are within walking distance, but the pools at the $1 million level, which we'll see here in just a minute, make even this look tame. And if you want an investment opportunity, take a look at this. You got a 6-bedroom, 4-bath duplex in Preston Hollow for $925,000, 3,680 square feet. One side already rented for $3,100 a month. So we're talking about some income from day one. Monthly, that's going to be about $6,857, but subtract that rental income and you're looking closer to $3,757. So single-story ranch style with a huge live oak tree. In Dallas, mature trees like that are really worth quite a bit. And so you got walking distance to Preston Hollow Village with all of the luxury shops and restaurants. Plus, it's going to be freshly painted if you decide to choose this option. But at this level, I mean, you really unlock some of the premium neighborhoods. You got Frisco's luxury developments where they're still building. You got parts of Preston Hollow. You're rubbing shoulders with some of that old Dallas money. You got some of the newer Plano communities with resort-style amenities. Even some University Park adjacent areas, maybe if you play your cards right. And the space and the features, I mean, you got a different league entirely. You're talking about 4,000 square foot plus. I mean, pools aren't just possible. They're really kind of expected. You got outdoor kitchens for 8 months of beautiful weather here in Dallas, sometimes 10 months. You got 3-car garages. Because of this income, I mean, you've probably got a toy or two or a third car. And, guest suites for the in-laws. You want them on their own wing. That's always nice to have. You got some smart tech in the homes, especially in the new construction, integrated systems to control the lights, temperature, security, window shades. I mean, all of that. Remember that seems so far off and distant way back in the day. Isn't it crazy for those of you that are like me that loved Back to the Future? And I think it was 2015? Wasn't that when they went to 2015, I believe? And now that was 10 years ago. We're already 10 years past 2015. Crazy. But let me tell you something, when you double this income to $500,000, you don't just double your buying power, you enter a completely different universe of real estate. I mean, Highland Park, Westlake, and those aren't just really addresses. I mean, they are statements. All right, we're talking the big leagues now. You're making $500,000 plus. That's pretty good. And I know most people aren't there, but in Dallas, I mean, it's still, you find a lot of investment bankers, tech entrepreneurs, C-suite executives, surgeons, doctors. I mean, so that's going to put you around $13,750 a month if you use a 33% rule, and about $10,500 for principal and interest. So we're now looking at $1.7 to $2 million plus homes. All right, so here you have a 3-bedroom, 3.5 condo in Highland Park. It's $1.5 million, 4,079 square feet on the 9th floor. Monthly HOA is $2,878. But it's not just any condo. I mean, monthly payment around $12,239 total. You get downtown views, sub-zero and decor appliances, dual-sided gas fireplace, and the building has 24-hour concierge, the workout room, a pool, and you're just 2 blocks from Lemon Avenue. So if you know Dallas, living at the Crest Park and Highland Park it's a big flex, you know. Or you got a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath in Westlake for $2.9 million. It's 5,702 square feet. Custom perfection in gated Glenwick Farms. Monthly, that's going to be about $20,925. So this place backs onto Westlake's protected conservation area where you get total privacy. I mean, you got resort-style pool with spas, outdoor kitchen and living areas, walk-in wine cellars, and commercial-grade appliances. Plus, you get access to both Westlake Academy and Carroll ISD. And it's not just really a house, it's a compound. And the luxury features aren't add-ons. I mean, they're standard. The custom builds where someone just spent $500,000 just on finishes. I mean, you got the smart home tech to make Iron Man, who's that? Tony Stark, yeah. Tony, to make him jealous. Living room. I mean, you could be hosting 40 people, professional kitchens with appliances, even secondary kitchens. So separate guest quarters because you're not just hosting. I mean, you're providing experiences. I mean, high-end Dallas neighborhoods open up completely when you're at this price range. We're talking about Highland Park, University Park. I mean, you're paying for the school districts as much as the house. Preston Hollow estates are, measured in acres and not really square feet. You got Westlake where they've created their own really secluded area. I mean, it's beautiful. South Lake's premium areas with high school football stadiums. I mean, they're winning all their state championships. I mean, even nice. They're nicer than some of the colleges. And then we can take a moonshot, right? If you're at the 7-figure income level, and that's where Dallas really becomes something that you see on the movies. You know, Jerry Jones, Mark Cuban. And let's show you what the TV money buys you in Dallas. So if we're looking at TV territory, we're talking $1 million to $2 million annual income. And there's quite a few of these people around, all right? Private equity partners, tech founders, pro athletes, and entertainment people. So your max monthly is going to be around $27,500 to $55,000, and we're looking at $3.5 million to $7 million plus on your home. Now let's take a look at this modern estate in Bluffview. Actually, it's $5 million, 7,202 square feet of custom perfection, built in 2016 by Philip Jennings Custom Homes. Monthly payment about $34,700, and the place has a steel reinforced tornado safe room. So full home generator, automatic shades throughout, Wi-Fi controlled lighting, chef's kitchen with built-in coffee maker, professional appliances, and butler's pantry, heated pool with cabana, multiple outdoor kitchen areas, and an oversized 4-car garage. I mean, gallery-worthy architecture on nearly half an acre corner lot. So that's not just living, it's a commanding your environment. And then there's this Preston Hollow estate in gated Sunnybrook Estates, $5.8 million, 6 bedrooms, 8 baths on 1.139 acres. And yes, that's acres, plural in the city. So monthly, about $40,200 per month, recently renovated with the kitchen taken down to the studs and completely rebuilt. Wine room, music room, slate roof, and guest house by the pool that doubles as a gym, outdoor kitchen with pizza oven, major generator upgrades, and Cat 4 technology throughout, making it a true smart home. So live-in quarters for staff, because obviously you're not cleaning 8 bathrooms yourself, right? I mean, this is old Preston Hollow at its best. But where do the ultra wealthy buy? Well, Preston Hollow's estate section. You got Jerry Jones and Mark Cuban living in that area. Straight lane, if you know Dallas, that's the serious money. You got Highland Park's premier streets that have been passed down through generations. Custom builds. You create exactly what you want. No compromises. And at this level, it's not about bedrooms anymore. It's about really the experience. You got wine cellars that are rooms, not fridges. I mean, home gyms that are like commercial facilities, pools are like private water parks, outdoor spaces like five-star resorts. I mean, these homes don't just shelter you, they transport you into reality TV. Here's the deal. We just went from 62,000 all the way up to 2 million, and it was quite a ride, right? So whether you're looking Pleasant Grove, working on your first fixer-upper, or you're eyeing like Highland Park as the final destination, then, Dallas has got you covered. But if you're sitting there thinking about making a move to Dallas, I'd love to help you out. Shoot me an email at info@livingindallastx.com, or you can give me a call at the number on the screen or in the description below. And whether you're at 62,000 level income or 2 million plus, then we can help you out. We've got you covered inside and out. But wait, before you go, I've got something perfect for you now that you know exactly what your salary can afford in Dallas. And so you've got to check out this next video on the best North Dallas new construction homes. I'm talking about brand new builds where you can still pick your finishes, communities with amenities that will blow your mind, and much, much more. So some of these communities are selling out quickly. Don't sleep on it, and let's go check them out right now. You can click over right here.